Welcome to Comm 10, the official podcast of the School of Communication at the University of Nebraska at Omaha. We bring you a fast-paced 10-minute spotlight on the voices, stories, and projects shaping journalism, media, and communication on our campus. 10 minutes, one story, all Maverick.
Hi, welcome to Comm 10, the podcast from the School of Communication at University of Nebraska, Omaha. I am your co-host, Dr. Heather Hundley.
I'm the other co-host, Dr. Adam Tima.
And today with us, we have Amanda VonGoodrich. Amanda is a lecturer in the School of Communication, and today we're going to talk about her role as Director of Forensics for MAV Forensics. So Amanda, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
So tell us, what is MAV Forensics? We know, but we want to hear from the audience.
No idea.
Yes,
What does that mean? What do we do?
The best way to describe forensics really is competitive public speaking.
Awesome.
There's a variety of different events and different ways you can competitively public speak, but at the basis, it's competitive public speaking.
Okay, great.
So can you walk us through some of those events really quick? What do you got there?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have more traditional public speaking events like informative speaking, persuasive speaking. That's what most of our public speaking students are familiar with. And most people who aren't savvy with forensics or theater or that style of performance can really recognize like the informative, persuasive, that platform address type speech. Mm-hmm. The other things we do are more interpretive ways of communicating. Sure. So we still use research, we still use critical thought, we still use arrangement, but they're more like poetry performances. And so looking at communicating a message in a different style of way, sometimes they're mashing up literature together from scholarly journals and then social media information. That's called program of oral interpretation. And then the final category is limited prep. So students have a couple opportunities to speak with limited preparation. One event as limited as 90 seconds, and the other is 30 minutes.
When did 90 seconds come out?
This is
That's
impromptu.
exactly right.
Yeah.
Impromptu speaking.
Yeah.
Yes. So the prompt is a quotation
Right.
that the students read. They have 30 seconds to interpret it, 30 seconds to create an argument based on a thesis, 30 seconds to run through that example. So that's 90 seconds. And then they get up and they speak for 5.5 minutes. It's very impressive.
I thought impromptu when I did it was rough. Okay, so how long has MAV Forensics existed? And then how long have you been involved with it?
Yeah, great question. The forensics team here on campus has been over 20 years in existence. I believe there's been 3 iterations of major coaching staff. So the person who was here way before me, I can't even recall his name. He was here in the early 90s. And then Abby Sirik took over the team for quite a while. And I have been helping with the team since 2014, director since 2020.
Right on. Cool.
Awesome. Okay, great. So let's see. Explain the type of speech competition. Oh, before I go there, I want anybody that tuned in late. We talk about forensics. We just drop this all the time, and I know it's a joke. Not dead people forensics. This is speech.
Exactly right.
FBI are not involved with this.
I know. Some people are like, really? You do this in the School of Communication? It's speech.
Yeah.
So the type of speech competition. So you do individual events. You don't do parley. You don't do.
Yep.
What are some of the other debate?
Policy, Lincoln Douglas, that kind of thing.
Exactly
and
right.
I turned to Tima because he's done this before. It's not my wheelhouse. But
Yes. Well, I'm glad you brought up the forensics thing because I was hoping to address that at some point. Yeah, it's not dead bodies. But actually, it's really interesting because the root word of forensics, like we're talking Aristotle, ancient Greece times, is truth-telling in a public forum.
Wow.
Which makes a lot of sense, right? In terms of how that split to deviate to like criminal investigation, finding truth-telling, scientific, that sort of forensics, which I get emails from students looking to have like FBI internships with me. And so every year people still kind of confuse me with like a criminology expert.
That will
I am
always
not.
happen. Yes.
I am not. But truth-telling in a public forum obviously really relates to rhetoric and public speaking. And so that's why that word deviates here to us in public speaking and debate, which UNO does not have an active debate team. We have debate classes, but we don't have a competitive debate team. So the only partner style event. Out of the 11 events that forensics competition has, duo is the only one where you have a partner and you can, send a message that way with another person. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it's all individual events, exactly right. Okay. And mostly the time limit is 10 minutes. So the students are finding a topic, researching that topic, arranging, memorizing, performing, getting feedback, editing, performing again, and all in the hopes of qualifying to nationals. And so that's the big goal, is we're looking to qualify to the national tournament.
And I really like I appreciate how you described it as being a mashup, because when I've attended some of the events and listening, they're phenomenal speakers. Mm-hmm. So one of them that I remember specifically from a couple of years ago was about immigration. Mm-hmm. And the student took, I don't know, and I can't say that particular piece, but they can take something like a piece of hip hop music, a piece of poetry, a piece of scholarship, something from the New York Times, and they literally mash it up and make an argument. Yep. It's really quite cool.
Poi is one of the most amazing things to watch put together.
Yes.
It's way difficult to write.
It's amazing. We just qualified both our poise to nationals on Sunday, actually.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so one of the topics is about the battle between forgiveness and vengeance, and that ancient ethical battle, and it's really, really interesting. And then the other is a gender bend on the mythical character Atlas.
Oh, sure.
So we know of the man who holds up the world, right? But we often hear that, women do a lot of mental load and the labor and things like that. So looking at this idea of someone holding up the world through a gendered lens, and both of those qualified really, really quickly.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So where do the students come up with these ideas?
Great question. Honestly, this is one of my favorite parts about forensics, is watching them take an idea that they have truly been inspired by and then finesse it all the way to like a national competition type of thing. It's so rewarding. They usually take things from the media, pop culture, what's relevant, social justice issues, ecological issues, economic issues, politics, family, love, relationships. It's really anything they want to explore through an academic, rhetorical lens. It's really fantastic.
One that moved me last year particularly was about the grandmother that died. So it was about death and dying and the experiences, but it was also a cultural, because it's talking from a Hispanic or ethnic kind of experience compared to white American experience of how they look at death and dying.
That was a duo, I think.
Yes.
It was awesome.
One of the most, we just love that piece so much.
Abuelo.
Yes, it was so beautiful. And just like on a personal note, speaking to this, you can cut this if you need to, but I lost a grandparent this October, and that piece, so not only, we actually showed that piece the week that I lost a grandparent, and it continued to bring me joy, and I ended up talking to my family about this piece, and that's the power of forensics, right? And so we try and get these messages out of just the competition rooms and into who else can benefit from these. And so we try and showcase as much as possible, try and get these speeches out. And now that we're recording a little bit more of them, we can kind of send that link elsewhere. And so that piece in particular, we had a Mexican faculty member in the School of Music reach out specifically and ask for that because he really resonated with the message. And so we were able to share it.
Nice.
That's awesome. So benefits. What are the benefits for students who compete in forensics? Why should they do this thing?
How much time do you have?
How about 2.5 minutes?
Okay. Well, I'm really biased and really passionate about forensics. I've personally benefited from it. So I think the biggest thing is individual empowerment. When students figure out they have a voice, they figure out how to use it, nothing can stop them. And so I watch these students become leaders in their classroom, leaders in the environment. They care about real things and these skills in terms of empowering, finding information, having a question, they don't know where to go, they learn how to find it, they ask, they research, they critically think about an issue. Those are life skills. The other big thing about forensics is that they're being judged all the time. So they take these pieces that they work on very hard, and it's entirely subjective. So coaches and alumni and faculty members are judging these weekly competitions, and it's very subjective. And so the students learn how to take feedback, and they learn how to take what works and then leave the rest behind. And watching a couple seniors graduate this year saying well, I've learned how to, hear the word no, right? And I've learned how to take rejection and be okay with it is really remarkable. So
that's great.
Yeah, critical thinking, that being able to take feedback, hardworking. They're incredibly hardworking students.
So Mav Forensics is an organization on campus at UNO. The students travel almost every weekend. I know they can travel like more than athletic teams in the fall and then early spring with the plans to getting up to nationals. I know a couple years ago they competed internationally in Dublin, Ireland, and one of our students won 4th place in the world for poetry. So lots to be proud of.
Yes.
So how can students get involved, or what kind of experience do they need?
Yes. We are open to any student on campus, and we're really proud to have a variety of majors on campus. But the best way to get involved, honestly, is follow us on social media. So Facebook and Instagram, we're really active on there. And then you can contact me directly. And if there's, that information is usually on social media. You can also come to our showcase. So if you're not sure you want to participate in forensics or speech, but maybe you've heard about it before, we have an annual showcase in March. So we'll invite the campus to that and the public as well. Otherwise, we'll hold auditions typically all summer and then in the month of August. So that's when we're really auditioning for the new year. As you said, they're basically student athletes. They work so hard. Our competition season is from September to April, and so we're competing all year long. And Nationals culminates the season. This year we're going to Portland, which is very exciting, and that's in April. So,
Great. Now, should they be competing at high school level before they try out? What kind of experience?
Yes, experience. Yeah, sorry I didn't answer that before. We like to have experience just because you know what you're kind of getting into. Forensics is a big commitment, and with that travel, sometimes it's nice that you have that high school experience, but it is not required.
Okay.
In fact, some of our best talent we pull from the UNO student body. I get emails every semester from the public speaking faculty or even faculty outside of the school who know about the team that says, this student's really great, consider them. And they may have never done speech in their life. They may be really good at debate or oratory, or maybe they have theater experience or political experience, right? And so maybe in high school they were FBLA or something like that, Young Democrats or Young Republicans. So we'll take anyone who's interested. We really have a good, positive team culture, and it's like this ancient who said, "Good men speaking well," right? That's kind of
good students.
Yes,
speaking
good
well
students
now.
speaking well. Exactly. Let's modernize that. And so that's really kind of the ethos of Mav Forensics. Is enjoy the time, enjoy the experience. And all the growth opportunities along the way, truly limitless.
What a benefit, though, because I can see this being very useful for students going on to law school.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
For students, in the public eye that may be going into public office or something and have to give speeches, definitely for theater students, but a wide range. And even helping students break out of their shell, developing their critical thinking.
Yes.
Right, and presentation skills.
Yes, we have students who have those motives, just on the current team this year, right? We have students who are just trying to break out of their shell and be more comfortable around people, and others who are like, I want to be president of the United States. And so this is how I can get there. And all types of motives and interests.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being with us. Amanda VonGoodrich from School of Communication and Director of Forensics, Mav Forensics. Please join us on our socials at School of Comm. Look at our website and you'll find our socials, and listen to mavradio.fm.
Thank you much. Have a good one.
Thanks for listening to Comm in 10, a production of the School of Communication at the University of Nebraska at Omaha. New episodes drop every other week, so be sure to subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. And don't forget to follow the School of Communication on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube for the latest episodes and behind-the-scene updates.